So on our trip here to Cedar Point, we didn't really plan on doing any Top Thrill Dragster videos because we just did one recently. We'll link it up at top in case you want to know exactly what our thoughts were.
So there's probably not much new to talk about, right?
Wrong. There's lots of new stuff to talk about because right back there, what do? We got some footage of it. We got some footage. There's a large crane right now up here by the top hat. And does that mean the top hat is being destroyed?
I don't know.
Probably not. In fact, it's not. But what this crane might be is it might actually be getting ready to remove all the track from that still remains from right there, right up above us, and then all the way up on the top hat, which we kind of figured they were eventually going to have to remove that track because whatever they replace all of it with will all have to mesh. It's not like you can have one type of track and then just like fit in another type of track.
Yeah.
So I guess this completely makes sense if they're not going to keep the same track that they were, that they took off. But that leads us to like wonder, like, why did they stack up that track so nicely? Because remember when they were removing all the track that goes that way, all the way to the station and all the way around? When they were removing that, remember how neatly they were stacking it up?
Yeah, because they gotta like organize stuff to ship out. They're just not gonna toss it out because they gotta get rid of it somehow.
Well, they could have scrapped it. But that crane, I mean, could it mean that they're extending the top hat? Could it mean they're shortening the top hat? Probably not.
No.
Because that would be a crazy amount of money, and that would be way more than
and it would also be a ton of work. Yeah, I don't even know how they would do that. But this does mean that you're doing something with the top hat because, yeah.
Probably track removal, which we'll see over like the course of the year. Because I honestly thought that once they started to remove the top hat track, we thought that that was going to be something that would be later in the year, maybe closer to Halloween weekends or something like that. But no, it looks like they're going to be starting it soon because these cranes are very expensive to rent. So whatever they're doing right now with that crane, they're going to be doing it quickly because I don't know how much that crane is, but it's probably more than like $20 a day or something like that. Probably. And we're also trying to figure out what kind of crane it is. It looks like it might be something called a crawler crane. And we're not sure if something like that even can reach a 420. Look, I had to keep going. That's how tall it is. I was like this, and I had to keep going to get all the way to the top. So I don't even know if a crane like that can even reach 420 feet in the air.
Coming in since we filmed this yesterday out on Twitter, someone has stated some information about the crane. Now, I'm not 100% sure that this is correct. I haven't seen anyone dispute it, so I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of run with this. But just keep in mind that we didn't come up with this, and we're not the ones saying all these stats and numbers, and we're not saying that it's 100% true. So take it with a grain of salt. I guess there's a decent chance that it could be true. But it has the name of the crane. What is this? The Liebherr, I guess it would be pronounced. LTM 1350-6.1. And it has a max height, hoist height, of 439 feet. And in case you're not familiar with Top Thrill Dragster, the top of the top hat reaches 420 feet. So this would make sense as far as I know, not being an expert on cranes or anything. But as far as I would see, that would be good enough to take off the track off the top hat. And it says a load capacity of 350 feet. Now this, I'm not 100% sure what that means. At first I thought maybe max load capacity. It almost sounded like a weight, but there's no way that 350 pounds instead of feet, there's no way that a crane that size could only lift up 350 pounds. It has 6 axles and a telescopic boom of 230 feet. Okay, I don't know what any of that really means. I can tell, like it says max hoist height of 339 feet. So that I can kind of tell and say, okay, that's tall enough to reach the top of Top Thrill Dragster. So I assume the park is open. Today is Sunday, May 14th, and the park is open tomorrow, Monday, May 15th. So what I assume will happen is that the removal of the track will take place on Tuesday and Wednesday because the park is closed both of those days this week. So that seems like it would be a good day to get that track removed. So people coming into the park for the first time on Thursday, yeah, that would be May 18th. So if you're going Sunday, May 18th, you may see, I guess, all the track removed off of the top of Top Thrill Dragster in that. So that's a good possibility. And if it's not, then I would say the crane is being used for something else, because there's no way that they're paying for this crane to last, to sit there all this time and not be used. So it's going to be used for something, and something quickly. And if it's going to be track work, that would be probably the best time for it to be done on those 2 days that Cedar Point is not open to the public.
So here's the crane, and yeah, it's brand new. This wasn't here. Well, I don't know if it was here yesterday, because I didn't walk back this far yesterday. But yeah, these are some good looks of the crane. And
see, it goes down over there. It looks like another piece of track.
yeah, you know, yeah, it does. It looks like you have 3 pieces of track just going straight down the middle of Top Thrill Dragster. So maybe that's a sign that they're going to make this a dueling roller coaster.
That's probably the most. That's very much that's the most likely option.
Most likely option is they're making it a dueling.
Yes,
remember that. And that is a joke for those of you that don't know that we're joking. Is it something that you would need to remove all this track? I mean, I assume, yeah, you would need something pretty tall to reach all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be here all the time. This is our home park. We're at Cedar Point all the time.
All the time, probably usually like once a week or so.
So anytime that you want any sort of construction update or anything like that, this is the channel to go to.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe to this channel right now.
Because this is just a week after opening day, and they already have a crane and stuff, so who knows what it's going to look like later in the year.
As each week is going to look different. Each week is going to be something different. We're going to start to see track removal. We're going to see lots of construction. So make sure you subscribe, and that will keep you up to date with anything Top Thrill Dragster related. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like the video, and down in the description, there is a link to our members page.
What does that do?
And you could be like these people right here that joined our channel, and you get exclusive videos and all kinds of stuff like that. So thank you very much to all you guys once again. And we'll see them next time, right?
See you next time.
Right here on Beach Cliff Studios.